Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I'm Jason, your host, and I've just done the shopping at Tesco and I'm going to head back now. It was nice to go around the shop so early in the morning that hardly anybody was around. I didn't have to worry about people being in my way. It's 7:23. I've been out of the house probably an hour. Mobility scooters help so many people. It gives us a lifeline. It gives us a way to connect with the world when we can't go out. I mean, it can be anything from physical frailty, illness, to mental illness like mine, and the way it creates this safe bubble for me to interact with the world. It's why it's so important that the vehicle I'm in, I trust. Because if my vehicle broke down, if I was stuck somewhere without it, and I was like, I would not be able to function to get home. I'd have to have help. Which is why I take so much time before I make changes. Now that I've decided on a scooter cabin, my brain is going through all the different scenarios, the what ifs, how I will cope with everything. And believe me, there is a lot of scenarios going through my head. Over. The wind is definitely picking up. You can probably tell I'm not talking as much because I'm exhausted now. having gone out and done all this, interactions with the world take a massive amount of effort. They really do. I am still mellow and happy, and it does boost my self-worth and independence, and it helps me be less depressed. The wind just blew off my hat. It's just right here. Wow, now that was a heavy wind around that corner. Just pull this on tighter. That's unusual. But they said there was going to be major league wind. Now I've just got to put my seatbelt back on. That was a bit of a freak. Wind blast coming down the corner. Huh. Yes. They did put a yellow weather warning out about the wind. And obviously it was true. Because I've never had my little beanie ripped off my head by a gust of wind coming down a street. Almost heaven. Beep, beep, beep. I'm testing out my room heating protocols at the moment at home. What do I mean by that? Well, I only use really one room in my house. My streaming room, it's the room I stream from, the room I game in, the room I sleep in that same room and spend 99% of my time in there. So I've got the thermostat for the house. I've got a smart heating system and the thermostat is in that room, a Hive heating system. So the theory is that during the winter and the autumn, when it starts getting colder, I turn on a few more of my computer systems and electronic devices in that room, and because it's got good insulation on the windows and everything, it warms itself. So I'm testing how much heat my server can put out. I've got a little unraid server that's, it's got about 80 terabytes of space. It's there's an amalgamation of old hard drives and that, and it sort of kicks out quite a bit of heat. I don't use it during the summer because it warms up the room. So with that on, the idea is that having that on means the room will stay warmer, and I don't have to worry about gas prices. A few years ago, and it was only a few years ago, I never had to worry about electricity cost. The electricity cost in the UK has massively changed, and the standing order charge. It's like the standing order charge. During the summer, I use probably £1 worth of gas per. Just gonna have a drink. About £1 worth of gas per day, maximum. Never gets turned on. I don't even use hot water to do my washing. That I wash in cold water. I do the dishes in cold soapy water. So I literally do not turn on the gas. Doesn't get used for most of the spring and summer. But I still get charged £10 a month standing charge. It's a horrible system. It's like all those savings you make with electricity and gas are taken away by an increasing standing charge. And I'm on a very good actual tariff, but still. So this is kind of whether I would not have my sides down, because you want the wind to pass through. Now this vehicle has a very good low centre of gravity. It can tip about at least 45 degrees before tipping over. It's very good in that way. But still, it's a 5 feet tall vehicle, and wind can be pretty heavy in my area. So this is the kind of weather where all the dead branches and get ripped off the trees in the park. But yeah, most of my house is lit by battery operated automatic lights that turn on during the night. I never have to turn the main lights on at night. I haven't done that for ages, except for my main room when I'm recording a video, because the light sucks in my room. But most of the time I don't touch my lighting in the house, because getting up during the night to use the bathroom, my automatic lights just kick on for 30 seconds at a time as I walk to the bathroom, and the bathroom has automatic rechargeable lights. I do as well as I can to limit. Ooh, there's some massive gusts of wind at the moment going through the trees. I have to make sure I tie down the covers well for the vehicle once it's back in its place. tell you one thing, we're going to have to check with them what the turning circle is like on the scooter cabin. The turning circle on the Quingo is not bad at all. It's very manoeuvrable. I'll be happy when I get back home. Although I love going out. I may end up taking a nap today because of how early I woke up. Yeah, I woke up at 4 o'clock and my brain was like, hey, you know what, you don't want to go back to sleep. I've got too much in my head and I'm going to make sure you don't fucking get back to sleep. I really do think, and this is a totally random thing, that e-bikes need more regulation. They really do. Whereas a mobility scooter is limited to 8 miles an hour on the road and 4 miles an hour on the pavement, some of these e-scooters, e-bikes can go like 15, 20 or even more miles an hour on the road. I've seen them going down the main road really fast and it's like they've got no protection. There was a post on one of the news sites a couple of days ago. London Hospital was saying how the damages and they see from people coming off e-bikes is so much worse than normal pedal bikes, because of the extra speed and the weight of the vehicle, because they are quite heavy e-bikes now, and if they fall on you, so they're seeing a lot of more damage to lower legs and fractures and breaks than you would see in the equivalent of a normal bike. And then you have the e-scooters. Oh my god. Mobility scooters are limited. We are limited in a very fair way. 8 miles an hour on road, which is enough, and 4 miles an hour on pavement. And I think that's a very, very good idea. But I've seen people with no helmets on or anything bombing down the street on an e-scooter at like 15, 16 mile an hour. If they come off, there's nothing to stop them at all. There's absolutely nothing, no protection. Anyway, I'm going to stop this video because we're about to hit 20 minutes and I don't want it to go over to the next one. So bye bye for now.